Hello everybody and welcome back to another reading. Weekly energy readings are really amazing way to kind of tap into the infinite energy that's around you and really get the best out of it and see what you can do to make the best out of it for yourself. So I'm now going to be streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So hello Facebook, hello YouTube. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and share if this message resonates with you. That is the most important thing. So for those of you who are new to the group, my name is Trisha Schinkel. I am your intuitive spiritual healer and emotional wellness coach from innerbuddha.ca. And I do these readings weekly. I feel it's really important to tap in to what's going on, get those messages, especially if you're kind of in the dark, right? So this kind of sheds some light as to what's going on and how to make the best out of it. Okay, so while I was tapping in to the energy this week, as you can imagine, it was pretty intense. I'll just start there. It was very intense, but intense good. And I'm gonna let you know how, because I have been known to kind of mix up anxiety and excitement in my life. And that's something that I found for myself that has really helped to center myself and ground myself in whatever I am experiencing, especially in a time of growth and change. And right now we're in a time of accelerated growth and change, which is monumental. It's monumental. It is amazing. So when I was tapping into the energy, I was kind of looking back at the past couple days for myself, and let me know in the comments if this kind of resonates with you. But a lot of my old traumas or triggers, I would say, have been coming up. Childhood things, things that I thought I dealt with have been coming up. And it's crazy because nothing really that I did that I know triggered these things. Financial issues, that was one thing that came up for me. And it was crazy because it was something that I felt like, I'm like, okay, I got this pretty under control. And then I got sent into a scenario where I did not feel in control. And that was scary. But the difference is now versus before, when I first dealt with this financial issue, is just knowing that I am in control, even though it feels like I'm not. The feeling is being fed by the thoughts, by the stories, and those stories and those energies are what creating those emotions, right? And I just had to come back to that and realize, okay, as much as this scares me, it also is perpetuating me and pushing me forward, right? It's pushing me to grow, right? And that's just it. Yeah, Shannon, big childhood triggers, right? Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. But the good thing is that they're coming up to be released. That's the craziest thing. And in order to release them, you have to be okay with them. It's a coming back to an acceptance, saying, okay, this is a part of who I was. This is a part of my story, but it isn't it anymore. It's coming up to show me this is something that I am now releasing. And it is something that has gotten you to where you are now for a reason. Something led you to this very point, this moment in time. And it's all about just looking at the trigger, the trauma, the pain, the suffering, whatever it is that's coming up for you, and acknowledging it and saying, okay, I thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing me what I do not want. Thank you for showing me another way, showing me that there is going to be something better on the other side, right? Because if there's fear there, it's pointing you to that direction for a reason, to see through it, right? And so many times we come up to these moments in our lives and we're so afraid to just look at it, right? Just look at it. We don't have to do anything else, but just see it for what it really is, right? And as soon as you are brave enough to look at that fear, that trauma, that pain, whatever it is, that story, look at it with love and understanding, and look at and visualize you yourself as that child, as that being, that one that was experiencing that pain, right? And give it love. That's all you need. At that moment, you were never taught how to do this before, right? And that's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up for not knowing how to address these issues in your life because you were never told. This is not something we were ever taught in school, right? This is not something that, unless you went to school for psychology or, or some kind of psychological training, you would never be taught this stuff. And I am changing that right now because this is a point in time in our lives where things need to be addressed so that we can clear them because they're baggage. Let's not kid ourselves. It's like, the tin cans behind the car when you just got married, the kind of the baggage dragging. That's the only visual that I can get. But it's really that ting, 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 right behind you all the time. You're always ting, 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 something's there. Oh my God, right? Like, this is the point in time where you can just let it go. And it's okay. And you know what? It's okay for you to experience whatever it is that you've experienced because it has made you who you are today. And you are an amazing being inside and out. Just know that. And that's what you need to that's how you can ground yourself into this moment right now, in this exciting time of change and evolution and growth. So I did write down some notes to help ground. So some really obvious things is meditation, right? That's the easiest way. There's grounding meditations all the time. You can ground your roots from your feet into the ground, into the earth, really feel the earth, go through the layers, even imagine the layers of the earth. There's the grass, there's the dirt, there's the bedrock, there's all these other layers that down in the earth, there's water layers in the earth, right? And then you get down to the core. Really connect with that feeling because that is safe, that is secure, and you are being protected, right? Meditation's big. Another one is to physically, if you can, now these are to the people in the South that can go out and put your feet on the grass or in the sand or in the dirt, right? If you're anywhere in the north or in Winnipeg where I am, we just got probably about 3-4 inches of snow and we're getting more. So unless I want to freeze my feet, I probably won't go outside. But I did take a really good Epsom salt bath the other day. Those big containers, they're like this big, they're like milk jugs. I used half. You're only supposed to use 1 or 2 cups. No. I used half of that container because I had that much energy that I had to drain, right? So it's just a matter of just grounding that energy. And then if you can't, go out into nature or you can't go out and walk or do anything like that, tapping. EFT tapping. I'm going to get you to look that up. If you're not familiar with that, EFT tapping, there's some really amazing tapping videos on YouTube that you can just follow and then start tapping. It's just basically on the acupressure points of your entire body and your meridian, right? It's just tapping those out because you know what you're actually doing when you're tapping is that you're breaking that energy up. That energy is stagnant in your body, right? It's stagnant energy and it's stuck. And it needs to be dislodged, right? And if you're not able to get a Reiki session or you can't do a coaching session with me, then I would highly recommend tapping. Tapping is going to break it up. Get into that feeling. And then it grounds you really, really well. And I almost, when I start tapping, actually I did a tapping right before this video because the energy is intense today. But I found when I was tapping, it was like almost, as soon as I started tapping, there was this like etheric string that dropped from my root chakra down to the core of the earth. So right underneath our feet is our earth chakra. Okay. So there's 7 main chakras, but then there's also other chakras that are going above us all the way out to like past the universe, right? But there's also the ground chakra, which is kind of like a snowflake obsidian. It's black with white specks. That's kind of what the earth chakra looks like. And I felt like when I started tapping, I really got connected to my earth chakra. And it really centered me. And I was like, okay, this anxiety, that's what I labeled it at the beginning of today. Anxiety, that's what I was feeling. I felt almost like anxiety. But then I realized it's excitement. It's excitement because there is a lot of unknown with all the stories that people have been talking about today, all the energies. There's things like my son the other day mentioned to me, he's like, Mommy, he's 10. Okay, let's back up there. He's 10 years old, and he says, Mommy, I saw this on TikTok about the rapture. Okay, if anyone knows about the rapture, which is a Christian story that Jesus Christ is coming back and all the wicked is going to be wiped out. For a 10-year-old, that is pretty big stuff, right? It's kind of hard for him to handle. And he was crying to me and he was like, Mommy, I don't know what to do. And it's just because of these stories that people are talking about, right? So I had to remind him that, of course, Mommy works with angels and guides, and I have the inside scoop, and the world was supposed to end so many times before, right? Remember 1999? Remember 2012 at the end of the Mayan calendar? The world was supposed to end so many times already. It's not going to, by the way. I want you to know that. But the earth is changing. Our world as we know it is changing, and it's for the good. We are getting into this crazy higher frequency. It's crazy because I'm excited about it. And what's happening is we are filling our bodies more and more with light. The more higher you go in vibration, the more light that you hold in your body. And the light that you hold in your body is what actually does the healing. And that's what I work with my Reiki healing. And you can do that all yourself. You don't need me. You don't need anyone else to do this for you. You can do this yourself. And that is what I'm teaching all of my clients. I do offer Reiki attunements. That is something that I do offer in person. And then I also offer a lot of great stuff in the awakening coaching. So that is one way to really hone in on that self-healing part of you, because the more light you hold, and it's just a visualization, you're just visualizing the light expanding in every one of your cells. Every part of your body is going to light up. And the more light you hold, the higher vibration that you are. Okay. I'm just going to go through my notes. One thing I did want to take you through is a quick little exercise. Because I find sometimes it's hard to deal with these emotions, especially if you don't have anyone to talk to right away, or you are in like a panic mode, right? The best thing to do, again, tune into the tapping. EFT tapping is definitely going to help. But also identifying it in your body, identifying this feeling, whatever it is, and finding it wherever it is in your body. So say it's right here for me, right? Tune into it and just close your eyes and visualize, what does that energy look like in your body? What shape is it? What color is it? What size is it? How much weight does it hold? Just tune in. Just locate it wherever it is. If it's in your stomach, in your abdomen, in your back, in your shoulders, in your head, wherever it is. Hold your hands over that and pour in white divine light. As long as you need to. Sit there for 5 minutes, sit there for 10 minutes, sit there for 20. Whatever you need to dissipate that energy that is holding you down or getting in your way, just love it. That's how you combat it. That's how we win, is to fill it with love. Love is the key. Now, what I did want to also go over with you was, let me see here. Okay, so now that we have established, where this energy is, what it is, how to combat it and how to get rid of it, now we want to replace that energy with something better, something that's going to get you what you want. So it's going to align you with your dreams and desires. So I want you to submerge yourself into your imagination and take out a pen and piece of paper. You can do this after the video or whenever you can. and take out a pen and piece of paper and start making a list. Like, call it a bucket list, call it a dream list, call it a desire list, whatever you want to call it. I want you to start putting together a list of what you want. Now, what you want, now I want you to also add to that how that is going to feel when you get what you want. I want you to now add, what is it going to be like? Where are you going to be living? Who are you going to be there with? What are you going to be doing? Really hone in, submerge yourself into that visualization of this new place, this new life. And there is absolutely no limits with this exercise, okay? You are going to pretend like there is no restraints, nothing holding you back. There's no money restraints, no time restraints, no age restraints, no nothing, right? You have free reign. You can have anything you want. What is that? What is it? That is your assignment. Because a big tip too, I want to mention too, is a big tip to playing around with this desire dream list is that you want to look at why you want something, right? The big why. Because if you're doing it for somebody else or to appease somebody else, you're wasting your time and energy, right? It's not going to be fulfilling. It's not going to be for you. If you're doing it because of fear, that's another thing. Notice where is the why, right? That's going to be wasting your time and energy. If you're doing it from a place of love, if you're doing it from a place of unity, oneness, you're on the right track. If it feels good, continue on with it. If it feels kind of yucky and off, it is yucky and off. Scratch it off, right? So just really get in tune with that infinite desire, that infinite dream, because that is how you're going to get the most out of 2021 and beyond. And beyond. That's the thing, right? Like, we can dream all we want. And the more you dream, and remember, the more you dream, the more you're going to bring it in, right? A belief is a thought you keep thinking, right? You can only change your beliefs if you change your thoughts. Abraham Hicks is amazing for this too. I would highly recommend tuning into, going on YouTube and looking up Abraham Hicks videos, because that, I love all of Abraham Hicks and what they have to say. So I'm going to just leave it there. Okay. And then the last thing about this dream list is the only reason why you should ever want something is simply because you want it. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to give reason for it. You just want it. So want it, desire it, and go after it any which way you can. So yeah, I'm going to quickly pull out some cards and we're going to tap into the energy. I mean, I've talked a lot and I've really tuned into a lot of what was going on, but I always like getting validation from the cards, right? So I'm going to work with the Rebecca Campbell Starseed deck today, and we're going to pull 3 cards and see what they have to tell us about this energy today, about what's going on in the world, what changes are going to happen. What do we need to know? What are we going to get out of this, right? That is so amazing. Okay. Okay, I got 2 come out. Let's go 1 more. Here it is. Okay. First one that came out is Earth School. Earth School, which that's what Earth is. Earth is a school. We're here to learn. We're here to learn and expand and grow. And the card is telling us that we're validating that. So life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. That's what this card represents. That's what we're doing right now. That is what's happening with our childhood stories that are coming up. These traumas, these past pains, all these things that are coming up. These are lessons to be learned and to integrate into your body right now. So you're integrating it by accepting that, yes, this is a part of me, right? It's when you're like, I don't want to look at it and I don't want to see it and it's not there, even though it's there, you know, that's perpetuating it. What we resist persists. It's just that simple. So Earth is a school. Know that and you will master it. The next one that came up is harmony. I'm sorry, messenger. Is bringing harmony. The messenger, right? So it's a Sirius energy. So Sirius is the planet, right? It's bringing harmony and balance. So when you're working through all of those past stories, those traumas, those pains, that emotional pain that are coming up, they are messengers. These are the messages that are holding within yourselves that you need to tune into and not look away from. Face your fears head on, and they will disappear. I can guarantee you that. They will disappear. The message is hidden within all of those traumas, those pains, everything, right? We're here to learn, we're here to grow. That's it. And when you do that, you're gonna start to discover lost lands. This is a cool card. The energy in this card is really cool too. Lost lands. What does that mean to you? What is lost? Lost meaning we don't remember. That's the thing. We come into this earth forgetting everything that we've ever learned before, because if we knew the answers, it wouldn't be a test, right? You've probably heard that before. God, why are you not telling me what I need to know? Because then it wouldn't be a test, right? We are rediscovering everything. And that is a part of the learning of the school on Earth. So Lost Lands is soul memories and gifts. We have a lot of gifts. We have intuitive gifts, psychic gifts, there's telepathy, there's telekinesis, there's all these things that are going to start coming out. You're going to start seeing people in the next coming years. You're going to start seeing more and more people becoming more psychic. Soon, you're not going to have to go and get a reading done. You're going to be able to just tune in yourself and get those answers yourself. That's the magic of what's happening right now in this time. That is the energy that we're bringing in right now, guys. It's freaking exciting. It is so exciting. I just want to just jump out of my skin right now. But it is bringing in those soul memories, those soul gifts. You've done this before. Do you see that on here? You've done this before. You've done this before. You know, you were prepared for this. You have been preparing for this for lifetimes, for this very now moment, in this now moment. This is what we've been preparing for, guys. This is an exciting time. So I am going to end the reading there. And I know the messages that came through are potent and strong and right on point. So just know that this is a school. We got lots to learn. Actually, we're not even learning new stuff, by the way. I want you to know that. We're actually just remembering everything. Those are those Yahoo. I don't know why I call it Yahoo moments. They're your eureka moments, those light bulb moments, those things that you're like, oh, I remember that. That actually makes sense, right? That I connect with that. Because you're just remembering, my dear. That's it. All right. So I send you so much love and so much light, and I would love to hear what kind of transformations you guys are working on right now, because the energy right now is so strong and so potent, and get to work on those desire dream lists and do not have any limits. If you think one moment to yourself that, oh, I can't do this or this won't happen, just wipe that out of your vocabulary, because it doesn't exist right now. Right now is the most potent manifestation, powerful energy that we ever had in our entire existence here on Earth. Channel it. Love it. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, make sure to share it on YouTube. You can't share it in here in the Facebook group, but you can share this message from the YouTube link. And I will be sharing that YouTube link with you in email. If you are on my email list, then you will get that. So if you don't, you can always sign up for my email list. Just on my website to go and hit subscribe. All right. So I send so much love, so much light, and you have yourselves a wonderful day.